Howdy. It's a Wednesday. Huzzah. Who could have seen that coming? How's the Poke check? How's my Poke loyalty points? Still level 1. You'd think I would be level 2 of myself by now at least, right? What are you gonna do? You gonna complain? No. So we're gonna not revisit, we're gonna continue. Today is more of the same. I can probably edit some of this stream info. Like, it is chill. Not really a noob plays. Chatting. Backseat admin. Let's do Overland. Budgeting. Yeah. Because that's so much fun. Yeah, we'll make those changes. Is my zombie still running? Zombie has crashed. Which is fine. I'm aware that's a thing. Let's check it again. And we're back. All right, so yesterday I got a little bit into the power budget, and I think the power budget is going to be a focus today. I need to expand my list a little bit into I need to start adding, like, okay, what's going to be a requirement? What do I really absolutely need? Maybe do a little bit more research into these figures. I ordered a kilowatt so I can get some more accurate numbers. But I'm saying these figures and waving my mouse over the spreadsheet, but guess who's not on camera? So yeah, here's what we're looking at. Another thing I realized, like, I'm adding up watts, right? So here's all the watts. Yeah, go away. And then we have the conversion to kilowatts. But the batteries that we're looking at are, in fact, not in watts. So let me just bring up just a overlanding battery. So that's amp hours, right? What were the ones I was looking at? This would be ideal. Just have one on each side or up against the front of the trailer. The problem is I've never heard of big time battery. They could be great. I don't know. There's not a lot of information here. And it's the only place I see it is on their webpage. I don't see anything else. So this sort of stuff gives me the heebs. It's, 90s internet webpage stuff that just, no thanks. It concerns me. But something like Rhenology, I don't know about self-heating, but a smart battery, sure. But that is 100 amp hours. So if I'm looking at 7.3 kilowatt hours, Watts equals amps times, amps times volts, right? So to reverse that, that means that amps equals watts divided by volts. And this is the formula for this is all the watts. And then this is basically how I get the watt hours. In this case, I'm looking at 8 watt hours, right? So that's kind of the number that I'm looking at the moment is 8. I got a really dry mouth. Grab some water. I was having lunch with some friends and realized, oh no, I've got 15 minutes to drive back and start streaming. So yeah, this is basically taking the wattage and turning it into kilowatts, but turning it into kilowatt hours for 8 hours. If I want to make this 24, which that's just not going to be a thing, that gives me 22. So if I want amp hours, I need this number divided by volts. In this case, it's a 12 volt system. So that tells me I need 1.8 kiloamps, which that seems excessive. And again, it kind of is. So that's assuming, for instance, that this laptop is charging from completely dead. I don't even know if it would pull the full 200, which is why I'm getting the kilowatt. That the Starlink is just jamming at maximum power. I was doing some more reading and it's like it pulls 100 watts if it's when it's actually heating to get snow off of it. So this number is a massive overstatement. I don't have a Starlink to test, so I'm kind of just going to have to do a little bit more of my own research on that. Um, I mean, I guess I could just, no, not you. Let's check it out. And let me just say again, as always, I'm not endorsing this. I haven't used it. This is just one of the options that I'm looking at. Honestly, dude seems to be trying to subsidize his name in everything that he's doing. So my hope would be that it at least starts out cheaper. If I end up having to, you know, e-waste recycle the device after a year or two because the service has been exponentially increased in price, then it happens, right? And I've got to look at it that way. Like it says here, 240 volt, 2.5 amp. This is basically where I got that number, but it's not giving me the power draw. But if I go to uh, Starlink power consumption, average is 75 to 100, idle is 20, peak it then says is 100 when the motors are running. And it says 1 kilowatt in 24 hours. So if I look here, that's not too far off. Well, I mean, with everything else, it is kind of a ways off. But no, that's kiloamps. Yeah. So this kilowatt figure is These numbers have to be way wrong. So let's drop this down. Let's put U at 100. Boom. That puts me at 1.2 kiloamps. That's still 10 $500 batteries. That doesn't seem right. And I'm sure a lot of it is this right here. And this definitely is a number that I've got to figure out. But let's say, let's put it at 20. Boom. That's still 9 of those batteries. And this is, again, that's all of this running 24/7. If I drop this down to, I want to get 8 hours. So I want to have enough time to do some video editing, a little bit left over. That's still 3 of those batteries. That's still $1,500 in batteries. I knew it wasn't, you know it's not going to be cheap, but like, does any of this, if a monitor takes 13, should Pixel 6 camera is a Pixel 4 XL. Really, I can probably switch a lot of that over. Like, I've got the GoPro. What's a 6, for example, it may take. Five volt, 1.2 amp. Let's take a look at this. What is the HD? Oh, go away. So here at 3, this only goes up to the Hero 4. I just realized I don't remember which version I have. I think I have the Hero 4. Boom. Oh, riveting. Looking at my phone. Hero 10. So this doesn't, yeah, no. They actually last about 1.5 hours with a realistic consumption of, that's milliamp hours. Okay. Let's do GoPro. Hero 10. Standby and photo, the 4.7 watt hour. Okay, so it's, my 27 is way overkill. And it says that it can take up to 6 watt hours, which is 1 watt over 6, or poke catch. Oops, spell it right. Dang it. All right. So charging directly to the GoPro at most around 1. That doesn't seem right. Standby uses 1.9 watts per hour. I mean, it wouldn't be standby. Maybe when charging? It says that it may take up to 6 watt hours. Does that mean it takes 6 watts per hour? Because there's a difference. It'll only pull as much as it can. The voltage must be the same, but this is the wrong one. Uh, yeah. All right, so this is a fast charger that's meant for it, and it is devices, blah, blah, blah. Where's its voltage? That's for something else. All right, so this is power, and it says 5 volts at 2.1 amps. But what's the official charger? This charges the batteries. I want to get something like this. This is kind of neat because it's actually enclosed, whereas this just sticks out. They fall out, and leaving them in the charger is a problem, which that's not fun. In general, this is a decent idea if you're not going anywhere and doing anything. You know what I mean? Input voltage. So it says 5 volts. It doesn't say what the charger is. I should probably just be on GoPro's site, huh? Didn't mean to turn this into an ad for GoPro. We want... Oh, they're finally starting to put fins on it. That was one of the big problems with one of the big problems I have with the GoPro is I put it in my window when I'm driving and get time lapse. And about an hour in, overheats, shuts off. That's not what I want. I need the Hero 10 black. It's a great little camera. It just doesn't last forever, right? And it's really meant to be underwater so it can cool off. I get it. You don't tell me about the camera because the camera's good. But let's get to power. In the box. I mean, do I just stick with the standard, the 5 volts at 2.1 amps? I mean, it's USB-C, so USB-C can go way higher. This auto offload to phone crap never, never works. And having to use the GoPro app to get, there's so many things that I have a problem with it, but it's still one of the better stupid little cameras I've ever used. But why don't they have power in the specs? Like people have to be plugging these things into remote or into battery packs, right? Uh, USB C. GoPro Hero 10 can be charged with USB-C that outputs 5 volts and 1 amp. C2C wall charging. Okay, so then what is the supercharger? GoPro supercharger. International dual port charger. Is the eBay listing going to say? Okay, so it is 27 watts. Cool. I'm not entirely off base with that. I don't have the supercharger, but 27 watts is not off base. But we'll do the 5 volts at 2.1 amps, which is 10.5. And we'll assume that this is the same. That puts us closer to 2 of those batteries, which is, and that's boom, 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 here. Or one of these, it's the difference between these is ridiculous. But then I'm converting it from DC up. So what are the losses? What is it called? It is a you can expect 5 to 15% of the power. Okay. So this is where I want to not cheap out. Uh, Seven. Oh, this is also where I have to look at, okay, how much can it actually put out? Which is where this number comes in. As it stands, if I'm trying to do everything at once, I need to be able to get 3.3 kilowatts. I need to just go away. And this is probably where I'd want to go with like Rhinology or something. Someone that I know of, right? It's like, why is 1,000 watt here the same as a 3,000 watt here? I have doubts. And it's on sale. Fun. Block. Um, Portable gear. There is also that. Maybe I just look at something that's already built. But that's the point of this, right? Again, because like a power station, at least I could take it out, and it's probably already set to accept a certain level of solar. Off-road 4x4 exploration kit. Like, do they really just have those locked in the side of that thing? It's not a terrible idea, actually. I'd like to have Off-Road Explorer 400 watts. Max solar input, max AC output is 2 kilowatts. I mean, this is kind of a cool setup, right? Everything's already there. I just plug the stuff in. I could probably just put the outputs on the side of the trailer and just plug directly in. So we're going to put this on the list. Am I going to need solutions? And that's, knowing Rhinology, it's one of those things that is always on sale. That's our cost. Nope. And I guess I can just put Rhinology in here. I know another one, like this is a DIY. I wonder what their portable kit is. Wait, what's the difference here? Oh, because it's rigid. What's this one core? Power your appliances for 1 to 2 days. I don't even have. Oh no. I am going to need to consider lights. I don't think I need an air pump. Well, I have an air pump, but it runs off the car. Insert below. Insert below. Insert below. So yeah, water pump. I don't even, oh man, I'm definitely going to need a water pump. So maybe with pump. This Boxio keeps coming up, but no. I do like it, but I want something that I can just install and fold down kind of thing. Portable camping. That's ridiculous. That looks like a science experiment. How is that a portable? It's a hand pump. Wow. But what about that says portable? And I'm just curious. What's portable here? Venomoth. Aw, that's BS. It escaped right as within seconds. How is this portable? That's how it's shipped? I think this is more like a remote sync, a wireless sync. Oh boy. That's not bad, but I don't need all of these. Hike crew. Like, this just doesn't seem like a hiking thing. This is made by hikers for hikers, definitely. I mean, everybody wants water tanks on wheels to drag behind them when they're hiking, right? Who doesn't? Portable hand wash, but I don't want like a hand wash station. I need it's portable because they put it in a field. Oh no, no, that at least just says freestanding. These are all hand wash. Like I'm thinking of a shampoo sink. Yeah, luxury. All right, let's look at what other people have done. Uh, I mean, yeah. Um, see, like something like this. I don't mind this. This is a good idea. Just have to have a tube that comes out the bottom and sends that water, like preferably into a bin or something. But I mean that okay, so that's just a board with a hole cut in it that fits. I wonder if I could just collapsible sink. Yeah. Actually, I think I have one of these. So if I just had one of these, cut a hole in the bottom of it. The one problem, like, okay, this one, see, this one looks like everything's slanted down towards that drain. And then just get a board, cut a hole in it. This thing can pop in it. It can just sit on the side of the the trailer. I wonder how difficult it would be to plumb up a tube to that. It doesn't look like it'd be rocket surgery. But then I still need to, well, I can, in the board, I guess I could just throw any sink fixture. Maybe if I put it on the outside, like just cut notches in there so I can just, okay, okay. Um, yeah, it's gonna give me sump pumps. A macerator. I mean, that's actually a really good idea to have something like that in there, but I think that's more than I want to deal with for now. Actually, that's what I should just be looking for something that I can hand pressurize, which what was that called? It was I've actually seen it in one of these already. It's not Boxio. Ooh. Oh, dang. Nope. That's kind of cool. Not what I'm looking for. Oh, I think it was rinse kit. Yeah, rinse kit. So I actually had one of these. Whoa, not this one. Does this have a heater? I had one of the base models. Yeah, basically this guy, the box. It wasn't the Pro. It was just the box. And yeah, now they have the pumps. They didn't have the pumps for this when well, they didn't have the pumps for it when I bought it. The one that I gave away, unfortunately, would accept the pump, but I needed to replace a part on it. It wasn't a heater. It was this guy. It was the drain plug. I had managed to blow that off. Although now I'm not seeing the pump. I just see the mister. But yeah, basically, like something like this would be fine rather than dealing with the idea of a pump. I mean, well, but it wouldn't really work for a shower. But then again, I do have the hanging bags already. And I mean, the plan would be very rarely to use it. So maybe not put so much effort into thinking about an outdoor shower, huh? Yeah. I still do, well, no matter what, I'm gonna have a water tank. Water tank with pump. Four-gallon water tank, 4 gallons. These all seem to be based around the idea that, yeah, you're adding pressure to it. This is kind of closer to what I want. I want like an actual tank, but I want, yeah, something this size. Is this the right size? 13 gallons? That's not bad. But again, this is kind of going to the, let's go to some random website I've never heard of that has no reviews. Has an infill, an outfill. I'd rather just have a plain flat, like a, yeah, like a roof rack. Or yeah, like this guy. What is this? 40 liter, 10 gallons. See specs for more info. So none is 229. Huh. It's only $10 to add a pump. Specifications. Attach your own hose, recessed barb outlet. Oh, specifications. What is this? See specs for more info. See? Like, who are these people? What are they trying to do to me? That's not bad. Just because it's a jerry can and it's got the barb on it. But we were talking about power and just got completely sidetracked. And you know what? I need to hop away real quick. 1 second. Boom, boom, burb. And we're back. Doom, doom, doom. So yeah. Oop, check. All right, looking at water, or considering water, but kind of, because really we're considering the power of water, the power requirements of water, entirely because of this silly thing. It says 84 watts to run a pump. It's got Starlink at 80. That's not bad. Laptop, it says is 30. Oh, okay, because it's saying 2 hours. That's definitely not. That won't work. The phone, This is also, so it's saying 80 watts, but is it saying 80 watt hours at 2 hours? So it's saying 40 watt hours? And how is a gas stove taking 1,000 watts? Unless that's the tick, 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 tick lighter. Like, I'll use a match, thank you. I'm not understanding what they're putting down there. So a lot of these numbers are suspect. Gas stoves, burners. Okay, but that's output. I'm still trying to figure out how a gas stove could require 1,000 watts. Gas stove. How many watts does a gas stove use per hour? The amount of watts a gas stove uses per hour depends on the size of the burner and the amount of heat. How many electrical? Many gas stoves have electric oven lights. 60 to 100 watts. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. But that's if you have all of that stuff. Why would I have all that stuff on a... That's just, I don't know. That's a weird number. I find it suspect. You can't tell me that an overlanding focused power should consider a gas stove's electricity consumption. Unless I'm missing something. I don't think that I am. But yeah, lighting is something I don't have in this list. So maybe let's do this. Uh, because I think the connection type is important. Oops. In this case, it's AC. Uh, this is USB. This is USB-C. Let's insert one to the right. Like laptop. Because then at a glance, I can do this. Monitor. This is the Wi-Fi router I may not need. I'm a nerd. I prefer having complete control over my network. Uh, so I don't know what the Starlink system looks like. USB-C. This is also a phone, but I'm just going to call this accessories. That's really what it is. Like, if it's not charged, it's not the end of the world if it's an accessory, right? Is an iPad an accessory? I'll just say tablet. Oops, without caps. Still getting used to this keyboard. I picked it up uh, not that long ago on a Woot sale. It's pretty nice. It's let's see if this gets cut off. It's one of the yeah, it got kind of cut off. But it's one of those custom like super clicky ones that's normally like $200. Woot had them for 50. I was like, I'll give it a shot. They had a silent version that's low profile. Like I can't deal with the full height, all of the clicky, like you have to push it 6 inches down until it goes clack type of keyboards. GoPro USB. This is actually so the GoPro is a camera. This one technically is a camera, so it is a phone as well, but that's not its purpose. I just need to chop USB-C off of all of these because it's redundant and not useful to have it there, right? This will also go great for the insurance company if I drive this whole mess into a river. Surface Pro is an AC. You're just USB. This would also just be USB. USB. I'm assuming that this would be an AC plug. You are Surface Pro laptop. Technically an accessory, but okay. I'm going to call that just camera. Actually, yeah, that's what I should do here. This is camera equipment. Um, actually, we'll do this. This is network equipment, and this is network equipment. And then this would be appliance. Oh, I didn't include the price for this. we'll say the dual zone and put it at that. No. There we go. Let's see what an iPad. A wormhole. I'm catching this one. Yep. Well, maybe. Unless I already have one. Oh, I guess I've already caught a wormhole before. Which reminds me, I was supposed to trade something. Trading. Participate in public battles using a bug type. Cool. All right. So what other appliances am I thinking of? I saw something that showed power usage for one of the for a diesel heater, and maybe I'm just like confusing. No, it definitely has a power. There's a whole lot of plumbing. Oh, okay. So yeah, they will actually pull power. Where's the one I was looking at? Hang on real quick. I was looking at a Mr. Heater Portable. This is one of those, for me, emergency. If suddenly it's, -5 outside, I would like to not have to jump into a car and start it. Fold down handle, blah, 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 hose and fuel filter. So it's just a propane heater. How about not? Actually, I wonder if they have. Because I saw something the Reliant think double duty. I'm a child. Reliance portable toilet. Sounds marvelous. Flush any idea you had of needing. Holds 3 gallons of fresh water. Oh, that's kind of nice. It actually flushes. But that's a different list. Yoink. Bring you back over here. That is just a different list that I don't have on here yet, right? Yeah, that's underwater. So let's just, for the sake of argument, we're going to add water. I'm going to put a note to this guy. Toilet. And a price. Because why not? If we looked at it, we may as well keep it around, right? But that's not what we're after. I mean, this is definitely a luxury sort of thing. But what else do we have that would be using power that would be... All right, I'm still looking for lights, aren't I? That's a thing. So let's look at 12-volt DC lighting. I mean, I like the idea of string lights. I definitely would want something a little bit, at least one thing. Actually, we have a bunch of battery powered lanterns that are really good. I think that's why I wasn't thinking about lighting at all. Although something like this in the side, I would need these to be outdoor capable though. See, this is what they always do. They always go to these things. And like I understand why, but it's not what I'm looking for. Outdoor 12-volt trailer lighting? There we go, something like that. How do these mount? Oh, okay, so they just screw right into the side. Oh, they're 12-volt, but what's the wattage? 12-volt at 9 amps, or at point. Sorry. Because it would be nice to have I could put these, if I end up with the tent that has a cover, I can make sure that these, or sorry, a covered vestibule that you climb down into. I could make sure that these were in that vestibule area. I wish they had a button. There's probably a plugin that just says copy Amazon link without all the refer crap. This is wired lighting. This is 12 volts times 0.9 amps. And about 35 bucks. This is RV Lights Exterior. No. There we go. I think that's kind of it from a power budget standpoint. Um, this is kilowatt hours. And this is kiloamp hours. I mean, I could just get rid of the 1,000 here, and then that would just make it amp hours. Just not deal with it. Yeah, that's better. So, I mean, 289, and some of these numbers, well, let's put you back at the max that I think it is. Key light would be the same as this, the maximum 10 and 10. So 320. That would be at the high end. Which means this guy is a bit on the low end. Actually, all of these are kind of on the low end, huh? I wonder if there's a reason for that. There's probably some cutoff where at this point it becomes a different type of kit. I don't like having a guy not saying anything in the corner. Is that weird? I like this idea too. I want to make sure that I have the capability of solar, but I don't think I need to have the full charging capability of solar because solar is basically if I'm not driving anywhere. Now, granted, this is all going to be installed in a trailer, but um, my plan is to have a connection back into that trailer from the car and, have something like this that charges it. 24-volt charger. Let's look at someone other than Renology. There was another one. Overland battery. Let's look for. I'm seeing a lot of Dakota Lithium. And I mean, they have a Bronco right there. This is kind of weird though. Like it's just a box you plug everything into, which is not bad, but what's the 512 volts, 40 amp hours. Why is 40 amp hour? Like everything else is 100 amp hours. That seems, but it's at 50 volts. So they have the high power volt or high power socket. Two parallel. Applin. Catching. I do need to look at that as well, the weight of the thing. Let's see what else we got. Overlanding. Maybe just power solutions. Yeah, Dakota's still coming up first. Revo Power comes up a couple of times. Oh, I forgot to do check. Yep, maybe I caught the Applin. Maybe I already had one. Guaji Long. That looks reputable. Goal 0. I already know that this is going to be overpriced, but 983 watt hours. Plus, oh, that has a refrigerator. Hey, I got the Applin. Let's see what we got. Average, horrible, fantastic. Average, horrible, fantastic. It's a whole thing. Nice. I don't know why I get so into Pokemon games. Like, this is such a dumb game, and yet here I am. This big 3,000 watt hours. It's a little bit less than what I need, but again, I'm going high, so but this does not come with solar. It's known in the state of Cancer to cause California. That's always a good thing. No. It's got up to 2,000 watts. That'll be something I'll have to look into as well. Like, if I just charge this laptop and do it separately, can I go through a stream on one charge? I mean, I could unplug power right now and start that test. Doo-doo. All right, so at what time is it? 3:20. We'll see where the battery is at in about a half hour? Hour? I don't know. I wish I had the remind me function working on my bot. 200. See, they've got a phone listed as 12 watt hours, which I mean they are supposed to be pretty low power. Got the headlamps. I hadn't even thought about the idea of a TV. I mean, the plan is to use the laptop for anything like that, or a tablet, or what have you, right? That is a whole lot of batteries right next to the couch. See, and that's another $500 to add the solar. And like, what's this? 600 watt power supply. So this is just a speed charger, basically. But you know what? I should put it down. I mean, at the top end, Oh, here we go. They have the escape ecosystem. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit surprised by uh, how low it is. Thought it was gonna be, I thought it was gonna be $1 million. So again, this does not have solar, but it does have a remote indicator, which is important. I can add the solar. That makes it 3,000. And that actually puts me in the range that I need to be in. Like, don't get me wrong, the solar port part is important because I don't want to have to drive. I don't want to have to go and, oh, we got to go somewhere to charge the batteries. I want to be able to just roll, and maybe I find someplace cool and we just hang out for a couple of days. All right, so I'm going to put this on the list. And actually, this one includes solar, so I should probably, should, maybe I should also say uh, type, because this one's DIY and this one is uh, turnkey, I believe is the phrase all the kids are using these days. And this is 3,199. And let me make sure. So this one, I have the price at 23.35. And what I want, so this has, it just says 4 kit options. I think this is the one I want. Yeah, because it's got the combiner box. I think the combiner box allows it to charge off of the car. It doesn't really give me as much information, but okay. 2006 15. I had the wrong one in there. All right. Um, Back to the search. Overlandpower.com. Hey, that seems promising. It looks like they just install. Yeah, it doesn't look like they have a kit so much as, yeah, I mean, I guess that's a kit. What's in here? All wiring connections and expertise. No panel, no battery. For the same price as the Rhenology kit. I'm going to just say nah. Next. All right. I'm going to look at Red Arc. I don't think I'm going to spend much time on these boutique things like this where this is the thing that we do. Power kits, solar charging kits. Okay, so that's just the solar. Although this could be interesting. Oh no, never mind. I thought maybe that was. I would like to have the connectors for power going between the car and the trailer be something standard, something. I don't want to jerry rig that. You know what I mean? Fridge power, appliance power. Yeah, see, a lot of these boutique ones, like, it's cool, but wow, you pay a lot more for a lot less. And I think in a lot of cases, like, let me go back to that one. Um, Dual battery, vehicle management, complete power kits. Here we go. So if I go to their power kit, let's look at this Expedition Ready. A Manager Alpha 7. Okay, so it looks like this is their own, at least branded battery. Oh no, this is a battery manager. It's not a battery. Usually I think they have the specs at the end, right? FCC information. So this is just basically like, okay, how to mount the thing. Charge monitor built tough. Vibrations. Yeah, that's one thing I haven't thought about. I mean, if you use one of those starter packs and you're plugged into a battery, is that a bad thing? But anyway, yeah, no more boutiques. What was it? There was Jackery, and then there was one other one that I was looking at, EcoFlow. So let's look at Jackery, which, see, still getting used to this. Go away. Solar indoor, outdoor. This is basically RV adventures, right? I think so. Now, the only reason I even look at Jackery is because the first time that I punched in battery usage on for Starlink, there they had an information page that came up first. Like 3,024 watt hours is, again, a bit short, but again, how long am I going to be doing that? I could probably get away with one less solar panel, right? did not catch the Spidops. And I think the 3000 was the minimum required to run, if I remember right, to run the satellite dish for because of the amount of power output it required, that 3000 watts. Because the assumption, of course, is that you're not just running that, you're running a few other things, right? And I want a drone at some point. I've had drones, I've flown drones. Coffee machine, fridge, electric grill. So it'll run an electric grill for almost 3 hours. That's kind of funny. Climate. What about entertainment? Yeah, see, if it'll run it for more than 24 hours, it's probably going to be all right. So we're putting that one in. So far, it's actually the most expensive, which is interesting. And I haven't even looked at the idea of gas generators because I've camped next to people with gas generators. And if you're one of those people, I'm not a fan of you. Just okay, there are places, if you're out at Oceano Dunes or you're at one of those places where it's about motorsports, there is no expectation that it's going to be even relatively quiet. But to be, I don't know, in Yosemite and just to have someone roll up and it's so annoying. Just want to murder them. This is not legal advice. Uh, Add on. Can I take away? Wait, what? 40% off. It says this amount. So they're saying it's 1600 and that 4 grand is a lie. I'm still putting it in there. Include solar. Yes. Turnkey. I mean, so far I am kind of leaning towards the Brinology because even though it looks like it's cheaper up front, I think I can just buy another battery and then all of my troubles go away. You know what I mean? All right, then the other one was EcoFlow. And it was the Delta or EcoFlow River Delta, something like that. Basically looks like it's probably out of the uh, same factory as like the Goal Zeros, but they just use a different colored plastic. All right, so we want a solar generator, but we would want a solar generator that's close or more than 3000. Let's see. All right, so I love these filter buys that are just, and oh no, I want a delta or a river. Why? Like, why does it matter? These are 100 watts for $200. Nope. 100 watts for $200 or a 400 watt. And I mean, I do have to realize that I'm going to be making concessions for potentially foldables that are unfortunately disposable. And that's, but it is what it is. Like, if it lasts me the year and I take it off and, you know, if I take this thing out again 2 years later and I just have to order something that hopefully is better, stronger, faster, harder, then cool, right? Calculator. Hey, they at least have a calculator. This is for outdoors. We're going to say off-grid living. We have a camera, no projector, a couple of phones, a couple of laptops, lights, maybe a kettle. Why not? Let's add in, uh, what's the big one? Starlink at 100. Where'd he go? Oh, it only lets me put one. Okay. I prefer, honestly, this doesn't matter, but so they have the recommended and then the bestseller. Why does the bestseller matter? And what really is the difference? These look like they're the same thing, and the only thing that's different is the solar panels. I feel like right now I'm just reviewing and messing with companies about how bad their websites are designed. Like, this isn't useful information. Really not seeing the difference between these. This just has the solar panels separate. This doesn't. Like, tell what's in the box. There we go. One, Delta 2. Okay. And this is a Delta Max. Let's go down to what's in the box. It doesn't say what's in the box. So, so useful. EcoFlow, fix your stuff. All right. I'm going to say EcoFlow, and I mean, it seems like the Delta Max maybe has more functionality. I swear it's the same picture, right? Like considering the, no, the shine on this one is a little bit farther left. So it can't be exactly the same picture. EcoFlow Delta Max solar generator. Okay. This is the Delta 2. So the calculator that I put in said that I needed 2.7 kilowatt, or yeah, 2.7 kilowatt hours. Why are they putting a battery in? Their calculator sucks too then. All right. And I'm not putting their faux sale price. I'm putting the quote unquote real price. Include solar. Yes. Also turnkey. I feel like I need one more DIY in the mix. What's another? Victron? There was another thing that EcoFlow had that I was looking at. I think it was them. They had a charger that plugged into your car. I know that sounds stupid, but yeah, there it is with the alternator charger. Yeah, but it's sold out. Well, that kit is. They do have the fridge and the air conditioner. All right. So if I'm looking at this purely from the standpoint of more work, less dollars, it's probably going to be Renology. Renology just seems to make the most sense. And like I said, I think I can just buy another battery, right? That's the Pioneer I'm looking at. 4 versatile kit options. I don't want an extra panel. An extra battery would probably be what I'd do. That puts me at 35. Why doesn't it have the one? Little Leo. Hey, I might have caught that one. Let's see. Why not? Any good? Nope. So why is the core monitor not available? And is the core monitor just Bluetooth? Seems simple enough. Let's see what we got there. Products, charge controllers, chargers. Yeah, this guy. Why is that not listed as an option? Are they just sold out? Yeah, that's why. I There's things like this. Okay, it's another one. Like I said, I feel as though I'm just bagging on these poor companies. But if something's sold out, they have to notify me when available. I mean, generally speaking, if you're at this point, what you should be saying is, hey, we're not going to release another one. We're going to release a new version. We're phasing this one out, or maybe not phasing it out, but we're not going to offer this one again. Don't give me this notify me when available, because if that's the case, if it really is just a supply chain issue on your side, why do I want to deal with you if you can't? Like, you have 5 reviews. How can you have a supply chain issue? Right? It's just, is it because you're selling them all on Amazon cheaper? Because that I would understand at least. It's kind of cool though. All right. Anyway, um, so that kit kind of has every. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Like that just makes the most sense. At some point, I am gonna have to basically do like a CAD drawing of the amount of space that I have to work with and start working around that. But I think this is the one. I'll have to run it by the other person involved in this. But like, let's look at the total here. So if I do equals, oh, I shouldn't do it there. Oh, I need to do add all of that up plus we'll say that. So I mean that adds a refrigerator. If I take the refrigerator out and realistically we'll say Starlink out, it starts getting kind of cheaper. I'll probably have to do something where I can just select these things, right? This isn't even the total cost. It just costs from the power perspective. Um, like if I'm looking at the tent, that's tent hardware. One of the tents that I'm looking at is what are you called? You are the, it's not iCamper. It's, oh yeah, Thule. It's a bit on the expensive side, but they have one that is set up for 4 season. Again, I don't want to get into that situation where I find out, oh, well, it's cold and I'm going to die now. Just saying. I think it was, oh, you know what? I have it here. Let me, I don't want the accessories. I want the tent. I sent it to the other half and she approved. It is the Tepui. This guy. And yeah, I call it a Chevelle. Um, the one thing I'm concerned with is the height here. Like I'm definitely not that height in the trailer. Could be once the mounts go in. But I should have this in there. Oops, that's not what I want. You. You are tent, and your price is memorable. 2999.95. And what is the name of you? And I don't even think that that is including like all of the stuff that you see here, right? Because like it doesn't show it here, so it's probably got some stuff that needs to be added. Like I would probably need to add the insulator, or at least have it available. With the, oh no, that's a shoe organizer. Actually, that would sell her on this. But like, it's ruggedized, but okay, where's this piece? Is this just showing it without it? Like what it looks like? Let's see. All features can accommodate up to 3 people. Includes, oh, it does include it. Cool. Diamond plate base. Nice. Anti-condensation map. Sweet. Well, aluminum. Extra large internal pockets. 2 built-in sky panels. 600 pounds. Let's make sure we include that. Oops. I mean, I do expect that that's going to be a large amount of the weight, right? Uh, this is going to be a decent amount of the weight as well, actually. Let's do that. Like if I go here, do they have the weight? Or do I need to like figure out the shipping rate or shipping weight? What is the maximum load this can handle? Well, that depends. But I want to know. Frequently, specs. Maybe specs. Solar panel. Oh, yeah, there we go. Wait. So the panel and the battery, it's about another 100 pounds. So what about goal 0? What's the weight of this beast? I wonder if I should. It is kind of funny that this automatically includes this amount. Allied specifications. Boom, boom, boom. Input, output, general. Weight, 115 pounds. And that, see, I kind of figured that that's going to be the case. Anything that's wrapped in plastic and, it's turnkey, probably going to wait a little bit more. Just the way it is. They've got stuff in there for the handles and, all the stuff that makes it nice ish or whatever. Jackery. Specs. $3,000 Pro. Wow, this is actually the lightest one. I should probably have the capacity. Jeez, sorry guys, I keep waffling on this, but it's like, oh, I need this information. Oh, I need that information. But it is important. It's like in this case, capacity 3024 watt hours. I'm just going to hope. Wait, no, 3024. I'm going to hope everybody is doing capacity in watt hours. Output capacity 2.56. That's phrenology. No. 2 point. Okay, so that's 2560. And G0. Caps D. Charge power ports. There we go. General. Charge temperature, warranty. Am I missing capacity? Chemistry. Oh, there we go. Battery pack capacity. Bumblebee. The way that the cartoon Bumblebee talks, oops, makes me laugh. Bumblebee. All right, and this weird eco. Oh yeah, I still have it right here. But we need the Pro or Delta Max Pro or whatever. And it's got a 2016. And you weigh 1,000,000 pounds. Well, 48. Well, that's the lightest though, but also the lowest. So I would probably need a second battery or something along those lines. Oh, I forgot to do a poke check. Hey, did I catch a bumblebee? Oh, a shiny bumblebee. Nice. I'm shiny. It's shiny because it's gray. Because like my capacity, I think is 1,000 pounds. It says so. It says 750 in the official documentation. Apparently, it was rated like that's the safe rating. The reality is 1,000. I'm gonna look into that a little bit more because I would like to know. Because if I put a 600-pound tent, I'm already SOL, right? And that's not even including mounting it. And then another 100 pounds of batteries, solar panels. I mean, if I want 10 gallons of water, uh, how many pints are in a gallon? I can never remember these stupid things. 8. So every gallon is 8 pounds. So it's another 100 pounds of water. That would be unpleasant. So at some point, I'm probably looking at, well, I mean, an upgrade, right? I mean, the hitch that I've looked at is already more than enough to be able to handle it. Actually, let's look at power. There is one other thing. Oh, look, I'm at 22%, and it is 4 o'clock. I started at 3:30-ish, so I can get a half hour of streaming-ish. I mean, 20%, right? All right, one more. Be right back. And then I'm going to start looking at power couplings. Are you excited? I'm excited. All right. Power coupling. Woo. So I want a power coupler, right? Smart plug. Now, what would it just be a trailer power coupler? 50 amp. Because my goal, hopefully, is to leave the batteries back there. And I want the ability to plug the car in while I'm driving, but also be able to use shore power, right? And that's a twist lock. Is twist lock what you want? Let's see. Powering trailer from car best practice. Driving a pickup with a trailer. Power from tow vehicle. Now this is, but I'm looking for best way to power a trailer winch. It's in the ceiling. Use these panels. No. Throw a solar panel on there. Yeah, that's what I want. I want weatherproof. That's what's important. So let's do that. Well, let's see. Products. Not switches, solenoids, bus bars, and insulators, fuses, breakers, panels, meters, switches. I need a weatherproof power connector. Okay, so it's kind of back to this guy. 50 amp. But I want something on the other end. I guess I could just like put a pigtail on that, right? Put a pigtail so I could just plug that into shore power. Something like this guy, but in reverse. Like that's a 15 amp. I want something much larger. So I'd basically just get a second one of these, right? Close. Duplex wire recommended. Yep. It twist locks. It's got the cover. I don't know if I like that though. Others before our upgraded. I'm sorry. I'm just messing with people's websites today, apparently. 50 amp. This is 50 amp industrial, and that is waterproof. Waterproof IP60. They're both IP67. Oh, it's just that it's blue. Okay. Okay. They have a yellow one as well. Good to know. So the one downside is this is only 1224, like the volt. I mean, realistically, that that's not, those aren't real numbers. That doesn't matter. There's a certain gauge of wire that you would prefer to have. Um, but the voltage is going to run one way or another. Uh, I guess I could try and just do like an RV outlet. RV outlet with a surge protector. IP68. What's 67 is dust and water intrusion. What's 68? Depth and duration. Up to 1 meter for 30 minutes. Up to 1 meter. IP68 can withstand dust and be submerged in water at least 1 meter deep, with the ability to go deeper and stay submerged depending on the spec. Okay. So 60, 68, gooder. Bigger number, gooder. That's not always true. But this is only one side of the connector. Oh, because it's an IP68 fast locking, probably LP20. Quickly plugging aviation. Now, I think what I need in the for that, I would need what's the external power connection for an RV? What is the name of this? I think it's this port. Oh God, that's actually that is terrifying and yet pretty much exactly what I need. This isn't what I would want for power to go. I would have this that connected to the power inlet on whatever battery solution. So let's do, I'm talking about two different things thing now. So this is kind of everything taking power. So I should separate this out. Rosalia. See what I mean? It's like, it's a sickness. I didn't catch that one. Um, Now, one concern is this is in no way. Let's do. I don't know that I want to do that one because that's, yeah. See how this kind of goes inside underneath things. I would want something that is a regular plug, but at least has a cover. Like I don't want to have to build a cover. It'd be better if it came with a cover. Because my concern is this isn't going to be under an awning, you know? I mean, I guess it could be. I could just put it on the awning side and quit whining about it. That's probably what's going to happen. Ooh, I want one of these too. I mean, if I'm going to go so far as to have a switch or a Wi-Fi router as part of the trailer, why not, right? Anyway, let's let's do J45 wired. This is materials. Just is what it is. It's always going to take 0. Cost is $12.99. And we have a link. All right. We also want to look at some of the other things. We want this guy. Generator receptacle. I don't know why I didn't see that that was the name of it before. Get back here. NEMA 1515. That's probably the most important part of that. Other than the price. Do I care about the weight? I don't think I care about the weight. $16.87. And you know what? By the time I'm actually ordering this stuff, I'll bet none of these links work. Because I guarantee Well Luck will have gone out of business by then. And it's going to be called Aw Shuck or Tujik in with an extra J in there. I am also interested in these are standard solar connectors, right? These are the, do I want these airline ones? Maybe I do. Yeah, and I can do a 3-pin so I can get a ground in there. Yep, that's what I want. Okay. This will be the trailer connector. I'm going to have to figure out, I'm going to need at least 2 of these because I'm going to want to run that down to the back of the car from the engine bay. And then be able to just go clunk. Price on that bad boy, not that bad boy, this bad boy, 1529. Again, probably won't exist by the time I'm actually ordering it, but whatever. This is, it recommended a particular type of wire, right? Or it was the other. Fastening nut, waterproof cylinder, PVT high performance shell, coating, lock button, T-socket, gold-plated connector core. Oh, this is only 20 amps. I might need to go back to like this guy. Because I think this was up to, no, that's 20. I thought they had a 50 amp. I need this, but 3 core. 2 conductor, I need 3 conductor. I guess I could just not use a conductor. Better to have and not need. This is 3 conductors. It's stranded, which is less than ideal from my perspective, but it'll probably work. $85. It's amazing the things you think like, oh, that ain't gonna cost nothing. You look at it and you're like, holy cow. Is it wired or is it wires? 12 gauge. Oh, is 12 gauge even going to be enough? What was the... This is 3-pin. Cable specifications, 14 to 12. Okay. Cool, cool. At least we're on the same page, right? Right. I guess I'll just call this 3 conductor wire. Cool. I mean, now we're getting somewhere-ish. And this is still, yeah, this is everything here. So it's adding all of that stuff. I should have like I should have a price and then whether or not it's selected and then let's do this with paste. So then if I say if, oops, equals if this equals, I think I have to put that in quotes in this. And then it's this, right? No. I don't remember how Excel if works. Oh yeah, you need the and. Oh no, you don't need the and. It's if something is true, then do this. Otherwise, oh, I need another. Okay. So does it use just a comma? All right, let's do it. Instead of Excel, let's do Sheets. You provide a Boolean until equals if logical expression. Oh, I just have too many equals. And if I go right down the line, bink, and then that goes to that, cool. And then I'll say, yes, I want you. I'm going to want you, and you. Nice. Which actually means I can take all of this and put you over here. Um, I lose the weight. Well, I can put that over. And in this case, you get an X. Oh, whoops. I need this to go all the way down until the end of time. Cool. And then I can just add cut. It starts. Oops. It's all right. It's all right. Cut. Pasta. Oh, man. Okay, good. So now if I do that X, okay. Back in business. Did I lose this one? Goes 28, 29, 30. All right, cool. So now I can make those changes. We want to put you here. We can get rid of you. Get rid of you. And here we can actually just get rid of that. And then I can mess around with this to potentially show the shortcoming or, whatever happens. Cool. Yeah, this makes it much easier to be able to add things and kind of shift things around. And then on here, I'll just end up with an overall cost, which is just going to equal adding up all of those things. So equals, well, let's get the basculin. Wow, all of a sudden I'm getting lucky as heck. Nope, I just apparently have already caught a basculin. Fine. Now equals sum. Then we have to go to power cost. And we can just add all of the other stuff in later. Like I should do that as well. So let's look back at tent and same idea. Oh, I should do that too, huh? Overall weight. And hopefully that'll get fixed up when because I'm adding insert and insert. Cabby. Pasta. And this now equals if this equals x, then show this, otherwise 0. Okay. Rare candies may be dropped from catches, but I didn't catch anything. All right, and then I probably want to do the same thing here, right? So insert one column left, insert one column. Oh no. So that weight, I'm only caring if this is there. So if equals if this equals x, then this, otherwise 0. Oops, I should have done that. Fine, I'll just so then E1, H1, cool. Same deal. Then as I find things, if I select it, it gets added to the overall weight. I'm going to have to do that here as well. We'll figure that out in a minute. Water break. And off. I need to remember, look for the red light. Look for the red light. You are the red light. Yeah. Is video buffering. Use the low latency toggle under advanced to disable low latency mode. Is the video buffering? I don't know. Doesn't seem like it is. Someone will tell me, right? Okay. So back to the tent that we're looking at. So I've got the towers. I should check. I think they had their weight listed. I don't know that this is what I'm going to be going with. Okay. 6 tower, 3 crossbar setup. Evenly distributed 200-pound load. Then how is this thing 600 pounds? Where did I see 600 pounds? Oh, the weight capacity. Let's fix that. That's quite a bit better. Like 600 pounds. There goes my entire weight budget, right? All right, so we got these guys and these guys. We've got power looked at. Let's go back here. Overall cost. Overall weight equals sum. We'll do you and you for now. It's not accurate, but what are you going to do? Let's go back over to the power side. A lot of these, the weight is going to matter. So let's just get rid of that. We'll call this the weight area, like this guy. Weight's definitely going to matter here. And I mean, that's not full, right? It's just going to be the weight of the thing itself. But that's 70 pounds. And I'm thinking about putting that on the front. So that's going to be tongue weight directly. That's not, yeah, that may not go there with that weight. We'll see. The lights don't matter. Starlink doesn't matter. Most of this other stuff is probably going to be in the car, not on the trailer. So it doesn't matter. Uh, let's insert one column left. Shrink you down a little bit. And we're basically just going to use this equals if this equals x, then this, otherwise 0. And for weight equals sum this guy. All right. Now we go back over to hardware, and cost right now is power. We also want that. And right now this is tent, but we also want power. Wait. Hey, we're actually getting somewhere. We're finding out what we need. I mean, technically, my weight's still within the Army's specs, so I can't complain. And that's interesting because that's including this. Oh, what we don't have, water. So one of the water tanks that we're looking at, I'm going to get rid of you. Let's get rid of all this extra stuff. You know what? Let me make sure that this gets added because I don't want to. If I do the Rhenology thing, then it requires this. Insert one below. That's this guy. And it is 135. We'll do 140. It gets an X. Oops, 140. And we can say the weight is 1 pound. Because if I don't have that in there, then I will forget it. Don't need you, don't need you, don't need you. Look at all this stuff that we did. Oh, I just closed the... let's do... We're going to say 10 gallon. Water tank with pump. 15 gallon, that's not terrible. I do really like this one, but it just has the bar, but doesn't have a pump. I kind of like the idea of this as well. The, you have the black one up there that heats the solar heater, basically. And then a white one that's like hidden that hopefully doesn't boil. Freshwater tank and plumbing kit. Capacity 1E plus 1. So this comes with the pump. 12 volt freshwater. 12 volt 3 amp. So that's a 30. Wait. 12 volt 3. And then it says 4. And then it says 8. It is nice that it's an on demand, so it turns on. I would definitely prefer it not be a cube. But you know what? For now, we're going to call this a placeholder. I don't have water, cost, or weight in place yet. It was 157. Swaddle. Let's great ball that thing. Swaddle. Fantastic. How is my inventory doing? This is one of the things that's kind of annoying. Like, okay, I've got all these weird ass. Okay, I can use it on a fire Pokemon because I have a fire Pokemon as a friend. Eh. There should be an option to just say Poke Catch best, and then it'll just automatically use the best ball for that. Yes, I want to automate my Poke Catching. Deal with it. What was the weight? I mean, this is empty weight, right? 10-gallon built-in, do not pressurize, blah, blah, blah. Item weight is 10 pounds. So, total cost. Sum that. Oops. Sum that. Total weight. Sum that. All right, and that's the price selected. Which direction did I do this over here? Okay, it is price. No, this is cost selected price weight. Cost selected price weight. All right, so 139.99, 157. U equals if this equals X, then this, otherwise 0. And I need a insert left equals if this equals X, this, otherwise 0. Check. All right, and you're looking at C, and you should be looking at F. What was the weight on this guy? £325. 13.5. Here, let's just say you're 14 pounds. All right, so cost. All right. Now we're cooking with gas. Although, cooking. Water kind of is included in the prep area. I think I'm going to do sink cutting board. Maybe I can buy like just a really big cutting board and then cut out a section for the sink. Or put something that'll hold on the left-hand side for the sink. We'll see. It seems like I'm building my own sink. I should say this is a water tank. The toilet is a maybe, realistically. I still need the bars that are going to hold the thing. Um, and I need to know about that hangy bit if I need to do something with, where'd the tent go? It was in here, wasn't it? I have too many of the same powered crap. Power basically took me most of the stream before I started going, okay, let's start doing cool stuff with the spreadsheet. When I say cool stuff, I mean, let's start using the spreadsheet like we intended. Oh, well, thankfully I can just go here now. Bing. Dimensions, clothes, sleeping footprint, peak internal height. I'm going to be crawling around in there. Internal frame, mosquito, seasons. That's what I'm interested in. Seasons all. Yes. I do wonder about like it fits those racks. Is there I'm probably gonna have to do some research into okay, if it fits the Thule rack, what do I need to do? And that's they're probably considering that it's already on top of something tall enough, right? Why wouldn't I want to be up there in the rain and lightning? That sounds like fun. I'm trying to figure out what this is trying to say. If sun, wind, yes, brick. Rain, wet, brick. I'm guessing you want sun and airflow before you store? Maybe? All right, how high? All I care about is how high do I need to make this stupid thing? I'm saying stupid thing, but honestly, it's a palatial estate, in my opinion. 20 degrees. So it zips on. I guess I just have to make sure it's high enough to where I can walk under it. Since it doesn't seem to give any sort of anything that's not a picture, anything at all. Click, 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 click. Okay, that was not incredibly helpful. It's a little helpful. At least I understand. Why do the French get better instructions? Uh, Is it just because the French can understand them better? And the French even get like a picture of the Grand Canyon, but that's so sad. All right. Maybe there's guidelines. Rack compatibility? Not concerned. I'm building the rack to be compatible with whatever I end up buying, right? Okay, that's the same thing. Perfect tent for 4x4 trailers or off-road rigs. Well, it's going to be a trailer. I think it says which. It's got the rails. I mean, I guess I could just use their rails too. You know, I really should make sure that we have the insulator, at least the information for the insulator. We're on tent. Boom. 199. Well, 279. And what's the weight? No, that's the wrong place. 279.95. Okay, and I don't have a weight yet. It doesn't say. I'll go with 5. It definitely looks like it weighs a 5. Wait, what? Oh, good thing I checked that. You are doing that one. Yeah, okay. Um, this is insulator. This is an accessory. Okay. Well, holy cow, would you look at that? It's 5 o'clock. And the day is up. Oh, Vulpix. Let's catch the Vulpix first. Maybe. Well, I think I've at least seen a Vulpix already. Did not catch it. Okay. Well, on that disappointing ending, let's do a quick recap. So right now, I have a cost that is way too high. 88,377. A lot of work left to do. Um, a lot of actual work I'm going to have to do. And an overall weight of actually not bad. Once I start throwing once we start throwing our gear in there, that's going to change as well, obviously. But I think we're on the right path. Hopefully, we can wrap up this planning phase tomorrow with some of the storage and what that looks like, probably some of the cooking. Um, I'm not sure. I may look at water a little bit more. Power seems to be kind of handled. I do still want to look at some stuff for like leveling out. Like I'd like to have, the four corners covered. Investigate the mounting just a little bit more. Temperature we kind of got, although uh, I don't think I have much in there. Maybe solidify up the hitch solutions, add that into our overall cost. Um, I don't want to revisit tires because, like I said, I'm pretty sure I'm just going to take this to a tire place and say, make this work. Because as weird as it sounds, tires are too, they seem to be extremely technical with just far too many moving parts for me to just order online and hope, right? Um, when I can just take it somewhere and if it doesn't cost me anything to do it, although I should probably call and make sure, hey, does it cost me anything to take this in and have you look at it? Uh, but anyway, if you are following along on YouTube, thanks for sticking around to the end here. If you're lurking, uh, thanks for making me a part of your day. And again, if the ongoing or next steps of this, where I'm actually building something, is of interest, let me know. Leave a comment, leave a like, leave something to let me know that it's interesting, and I'll keep it going. Otherwise, maybe I won't share. Maybe you'll just have to guess. I don't know. Let's just say I think it would be fun as hell. Most of the people I know have said that they'll watch if I actually do it or if we actually do it, but who knows what that really means. It's been fun. Let's do it again sometime. How's about tomorrow? I'll be here, you know, doing stuff like I do. Bye.